So picture this, you're coming out of school, you're about to get your results, everybody's asking you what course you're going to pick, what college you're going to. You've kind of got a bit of an entrepreneurial spark inside you and you're thinking, should I drop out of college? Should I just get straight stuck into my career? A lot of pressure for whoever's watching on in that position, and so I wanted to just share my thoughts on the whole space. So we're in the middle of August and it got me thinking that so many people are coming out of school, they're getting their final results and they're making their last minute decisions for college courses. And there's all this mad pressure of, if you're an entrepreneur, you should jump out of college. So you shouldn't even bother with college. You should just get straight into your career. Or similarly that, your college course is going to dictate your career for the rest of your life. And I just wanted to kind of give a message, like if you're watching this and you're in that kind of position and you've got a lot of entrepreneurial ideas and you're really hungry to get stuck into your career, there's a couple of kind of things that I really feel passionately about. The first is that whatever you pick in college does not determine where your career is going to go for the rest of your life. Like, it's not as if you study medicine, you're only going to ever have the option to be a doctor, or if you study law, you're only going to be a lawyer or a solicitor. The fact is, whatever you study is just going to broaden your perspective. It's going to open your mind. It's going to broaden your horizons. After studying those courses and learning whatever it is that you learn, you'll look at the world a different way and you'll spot different opportunities. So it's not that it's going to narrow your options. If anything, it'll just broaden your options as a result. Now, I'm here, like, there's all these kind of cliche, big name entrepreneurs that dropped out of college or say don't even bother with college. And I think that's all well and good for them, but most of them were social retards. And that's so important to say. Like, literally, when you read on social media about all these like massive overnight successes or these huge entrepreneurs, they are, in essence, freak shows. And I think they discredit some of the really valuable, important things. Maybe because they weren't involved in the social fun and the experiences of college, so they completely discredit that. But that is so valuable to you. That's time that you just can't buy back. So whatever about, if your head is in a space where you're thinking, do you know what, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm always going to be an entrepreneur, college has no value to me, I'm just going to get straight into building a business. I think you're writing off a huge amount of fun. I think you're writing off a lot of experience. And like in another video, I talked about the importance of your network. Some really lifelong friendships and relationships are built in college. And if you write that off, I think you write off a huge amount that's going to complement you in your career as you progress. Like, they talk about, the big kind of thing I take from a lot of these worldly entrepreneurs, after just calling them freak shows, is that the really good ones all talk about success in the long term. They don't talk about it in the short term. So it's not as if your entrepreneurial career is some kind of race and you have to jump straight into it. You don't. Actually, in fact, the more you take your time and the more you think things out, the more you bash them out, the higher chance of success there'll actually be when you get stuck in. If you just jump into something blind, you're going to get completely steamrolled. So with that in mind, there isn't this huge big rush. And similarly speaking, whatever course you pick, there isn't this massive pressure on it. It's not going to determine the rest of your life. It's only going to broaden your perspectives. So take your time. Don't feel you have to jump out of college if you're an aspiring entrepreneur. Get stuck into college. Enjoy it. Enjoy the experiences you're going to have. Enjoy the relationships you're going to build. Enjoy the fun. And if you have that entrepreneurial spark inside you, plan it out and bash it off, people. You'll have plenty of time over and above your college course to get stuck into that. You can certainly do the two at the same time. But I really strongly feel that just taking your time, enjoying that kind of rite of passage or that experience is absolutely key. Anyway, a little bit preachery, but it's just something that I feel passionate about, and I'm seeing so much other opinion shared out and slammed out, and I can imagine it's really, really confusing if you're in the middle of it and you're trying to decide which way to go. So I just thought I'd share my perspective.